Hi everyone, I wanted to do a video today. It's another Go Zero, sort of like a review video, and basically this is another part of my testing series to see how much wattage I'm actually going to need when I build my camper van. And one of the things that a lot of people have in camper vans are these great little DC fans. I have them for emergency outage situations, and I wanted to share with you two of the top portable DC fans that are out on the market. We have here the O2 Cool 10-inch, and this is the new Smart Power one, and I'll go over all its features and its bells and whistles, which I will say this is definitely a great bargain and great for redundancy. And also the Endless Breeze 12 volt only fan made by the same people that makes fan-tastic vent fans for up in the ceilings, and this one puts out an enormous amount of air. So with that said, I have both of them running right now on, I think, high. Let me make sure. Yeah, both of them are running on high, and the O2 Cool is being used with its regular 110 volt plug, and at that you can see that I'm pulling out a steady 48 watts. I have the solar panel outside. It's a very, very cloudy day. It's a 100-watt panel. I'm only bringing in 24 watts right now. It's really overcast, and it's not optimally positioned either. It's just slapped out there so you can get an idea of what's going on. Now, what I like about the O2 Cool fan is let me turn off the DC and I'll show you how much this takes just by itself. This is the high setting on the O2 Cool. Now, before we even get started, it's a great solution. You can put it directly on you. You can put it in your van or car, whatever you're doing to do your camping. But I will say the Endless Breeze puts out a ton more air. But I will show you in a minute that it uses a ton more electricity, even though it's a DC fan. On this fan at high, using the AC adapter, it is pulling 14 watts. Okay, if I lower this down, okay, that's off, put it on low, it's gonna go down, give it a second, and as you can see, it's about 12 watts. And that's on AC, that's not too bad. And if I take it off of AC, it actually runs on DC as well, which is great because if you know anything, see, it's pulling 4 watts just to run the inverter. So if I take this off, the DC is going to use less power than the AC. Excuse me, I know I'm one-handing it and doing this, I apologize. All right, put that in, turn it on, give it a second. Now it's on, this is on low, and this also swivels, by the way, so I can adjust that. I can't do that with the fan-tastic Breeze fan. On low, it will pull 7 watts, so significantly less wattage when I put it on DC, so that's a really good option to have instead of the older ones. You just had the AC and battery, and it also takes 10 alkaline D-size batteries as a backup as well. That's not the only thing it has, but let's go on high so you can see how much it pulls on high. And yeah, it's stabilized at 8 watts. So that's really, really good. The other option of this fan that I absolutely love is, you see the little green light? It has an internal USB battery. So this is actually charging up an internal USB battery, and I don't even have the D-cell batteries in there right now. And if I turn it on, fan still goes. Now it's running off of, and it tells you the USB batteries. If it were on alkaline batteries, if it had no USB left, it would switch over to the alkaline, and then anytime you use AC or DC, it tells you, and it actually charges the internal batteries for you. So this is an incredible option for van dwellers, because even if your battery bank, or you have a really bad situation where you just don't have any house batteries, this little sucker, you can use the USB batteries, you can use alkaline batteries, and then you also have AC and DC input options. So it's extremely versatile, and you can tell it's just not using that much wattage. So it's really, really nice. Now let me quickly take this one off and put the Fan-tastic Breeze. I want you to see. Now let this stabilize. See the difference? And that's on DC. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it puts out a lot more air for that wattage, but if you're having bad cloudy day, you may not be able to spare that kind of wattage in your bank, just depending on how much you have in your bank. And I'm gonna bring this down to medium so you can see. And I'm gonna bring this down to low. So even on low, you can see I'm using significantly less wattage for the O2 Cool than I would be for the Fan-tastic Breeze. And being like today a really bad day for solar, I'm not getting much at all. If I went to the O2 Cool version, I could still run DC and be charging my batteries. And if necessary, that evening, if my battery wasn't charged up enough, I can actually go to the USB internal batteries, or DC if I run out of those as well. So I thought this was a really nice upgrade to this unit. I did have the original unit where it was just dual power with just the AC plug like this and the D-size batteries, and you can still get that unit, and it's relatively cheap if you get that unit because it's the older model. It still works good. It still has 2 settings. It does have a tilt, but not quite like that. It's designed just a little bit differently. It's the same size fan, puts out the same amount, but you will have to run an inverter and go through the AC. And as you saw, even when I put this on AC, I'll do it again. Even when there we go. Make sure I got the right plug. I'm sorry, I know I'm bouncing around on y'all. There it goes. Even on AC, it's still putting out less than the Endless Breeze solution. So this is another solution for circulating some air when you're camping, whether it be in a van, in a car, in a tent, whatever, and especially when you're trying to monitor your usage for your house batteries. I thought it was a really good option. So I wanted to share that review on a couple of fans that I have, and I will have both these fans and I will utilize both the fans, but it's nice to have an option like the O2 Cool. Thank you. Talk to you later.